Hello. What's up, everybody? Welcome. Welcome to the webinar. Got my dog here. She is fat. She gained like 3 pounds. I went to Texas. Man, I came back. She overate. Hey, stop it. Oh, where so it's gonna happen. So everybody, welcome to the YouTube video or live. My goal is to help you guys pass. Hey, stop it. My goal is to help you guys pass your insurance exams on the first try. Let me see if I can do something about this here. So yes, I want to help you guys pass on the first try. So if you have any questions about your insurance exam, what's up, Alexis? What's going on? Hold on, I'm gonna get my panic attack driven dog here hooked up. Come on. I gotta get her on her little runner. I'd like you guys to put in the chat any questions you have about the insurance exam. And my goal is to help you pass. So hold on, I'm dealing with my fur baby. Hey, it's okay. Say hi to all the viewers. Say hi to all your fans on YouTube, Leia. Hello. 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 Okay, paw. Oh my God, she got so chunky. Okay. You think she's excited? All right, so let's get some questions going. Okay. Go. Oh my God. All right, here we go. So, welcome everybody. Welcome. I'm gonna do this. I've never done this before, but I'm doing this outside. So, welcome to the live stream. I'm gonna be going over some stuff that my goal is to help you guys pass your insurance exam on the first try. Everybody can hear me? All right, I'm back. Yo, everybody can hear me? I'm back. 15 people. All right, cool. Awesome. So my goal is to help you pass on the first try, everybody. So I want you guys, you can put any questions you have in the chat. Anything you get questions about the insurance exam, Minnesota State license test, rage the beast within. Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna give some shout outs here first. We have Alexis right here. Glad you finally caught me. I'm glad you finally caught me too. Awesome. And then we got Crystal Bell. What's up, Crystal? Bailey? Beal? Belly? Bell? Bell, maybe? I've not found the Florida Life Insurance and Health Study Guide. So, Regina, I don't know which study guide you're talking about. I got multiple different guides. I got full course, the freaking platinum ultimate package, whatever you want to call it. And then I got practice exams, vocab list, cliff notes, all that stuff broken down individually too. So we can figure that out. Is it the same test every time? No. So the states, what they do is they have like question banks. It's a good question. So Crystal said, is it the same every time? It's not. The test is not the same every time. It's probably going to be different every single time. Because what they have is a bank of like 1,000 questions and maybe more. And then they pull randomly from those questions, random combination. So that's why on my practice exams, I use AI to create as close to the real thing as you're possibly ever going to get. And then as an exam provider being approved in the states, I have like insider information on what's available on the tests and access to certain things through the Department of Insurances and stuff like that. Went through each state and used AI to read all the questions to create the practice test. So that's why my practice tests, people have so much success with them. Literally, like every single day, I get emails from people who are like, man, this was exactly like what it was when I sat for it. You might have a different experience. I don't know. That's just what I get, but it's going to be different every time. So I have 5 or 6 practice tests. That's why you want to take a bunch of them. I just bought the course. I'm working through it now. Currently, module 1, chapter 4, talking about different policies. It's overwhelming. Yeah, it's a lot. So my chapter 4 is a lot of material. That's the biggest chapter. So if you can get through that one, then you're good. You get through the types of policies and the riders. This is what I would do, Alexis. Make sure you get the study guide. Go through the vocab lists. Okay. Go through the vocab list, and then here, let me let my dog off her leash because she's a freaking little bad. Come on. Okay. So go through the vocab lists, and then get all the vocabulary words down. Okay. Get those all down, and then click through the slides, and then read the cliff notes. Okay. Then watch the videos, and then go through the slideshow. Okay. So just do that one in that order. See if that helps. You want to get the vocab down first. It's very important. It's going to feel overwhelming if you don't know the vocabulary words. So make sure you get all those. Once you get the vocab words down, the presentations are going to be a lot easier to go through. So do the vocab lists first, get those down, make sure you know what those definitions are, and then go through and then do the videos and stuff like that. So good stuff. Yeah, that's like the biggest part of it. You know, the types of policies, it's the most complicated stuff. But the cool thing is you don't need to know everything. And you're probably only going to be selling like 1 or 2 types of insurance when you start selling anyway. So I just want you guys to understand, like, that test is not definitive of what the actual what your career is going to be like once you start selling insurance. Was just studying for my Minnesota state pre-license test. Minnesota's a pain in the butt. Minnesota's a pain in the butt. Hey, yeah, Minnesota's a pain in the butt. I'm working on their approval right now. I'm approved like every state. Minnesota, they just have this weird like commission for long distance education. It's just scam, so they can get an extra $2,000 out of everybody who wants to do this. But Poppy, hey, come on, Poppy, hey. Sorry, my Chihuahua. He likes to bite people. So Poppy, so yeah, Minnesota, they can be a pain, but just keep studying. You know, go through and learn all the material. I have all the material from Minnesota. Their application time was weird, so I need help. Ashley, just keep dropping the questions in here, guys. Comments, anything you got. I'm gonna go back to the types of life insurance in a minute. That'll really help. The types of life insurance. I don't have money for your study guide or to purchase material, but I love your videos. Almost passed your first try. 67% my first try. On to the next. You're gonna pass it next time around. I know you are. Fist bump. Boom. You got this. Use all your resources that you can. I don't know what you're going to be doing. If you're going to be selling health insurance or life insurance when you get started, but typically people have to invest in their businesses. So do whatever you can to, succeed when you start. If you have to buy leads, like most places, you're going to have to buy leads. I don't know where you're going to be starting. I have no idea, but yeah, look, investing in yourself is huge, right? Like we gotta reinvest in ourselves. Like that's just how we go. And then, but you can get it. So what you want to do, Ashley, is look at your exam content outline. So you want to Google your state. I don't know what state you're in. Your state's name, and then life insurance pre-license exam content outline. So like say you're in Florida life insurance pre-license exam content outline, and then you'll learn the material. It'll show you like the ratio of questions, and you can kind of like hack the test that way. Bailey. Oh, Crystal Bailey. Okay, cool. Next test on Thursday. You got this. Sign up for practice exams. Great. Just want my study guide questions. Okay. Yeah, study guide questions. Finding a proctor. I don't know how that works. I don't know how much a remote virtual proctor is. So my practice exams are $37 for 5 or 6, depending on the state. If it's a Pearson VUE state, you get 6. Everything else, you get 5. But it's yeah, I mean, it's an absolute no-brainer to take the test. The one test through the state's like $50, and everywhere else you're gonna pay more than that for like one test. So you can get like way more, and they're better than every. But I don't care if it's ExamFX, Excel, like Kaplan. They have good courses. I'm not saying anything bad about those, but mine are way better. There's not even a comparison. So I'm an insurance agent, and I hire agents too. I have an agency, right? So it's like I know what people need to study. I've been doing this for way too long. And the vocab lists are 37, I think. The full course is 97 and includes the vocab lists, tons of videos, study guides, practice exams, more quizzes, state-specific material to learn from, everything. Never heard about the remote virtual proctor. So Texas, someone asked about Texas, Numa Global. Texas is popular, one of the popular ones. A lot of people live in Texas. I see a ton of people pass in Texas. I mean, I have people every single day that I see pass in Texas through our materials. So, what about Texas? If you study, this is the thing. If you study all the material in your courses, if you have a good course, you should pass. This is really not trying to be a pitch on all my stuff. I'm just pretty passionate about it. I've spent a lot of time building it out, and I've helped thousands of people pass their exam. So, Texas, you want to look up the exam content outline. Same thing. So you're going to want to focus on the types of life insurance, the riders, options, provisions, some of the laws, underwriting, stuff, the legal concepts, stuff like that. Find that outline though to really help, and then you can find the videos that have that touch on that too. If you're just using my channel, and then what I'm going to do here actually too is pull something up here. Give me 1 second. I will actually. Let me see if we got. So I'm going to put the links for the practice exam. I don't know. It should be on my videos. I don't see it there though. For the full course. So I'm going to put the link for the full course in here in just a second. Show you. And let me see this. I'm just going to post these in there for you guys, just so if anybody wants access to them, they can have them. I keep going through the questions. When there's Tennessee, Maryland, same thing. Florida Life and Health, any insight? Yeah, Florida has a ton of questions on laws. So Florida laws there's a lot of questions on the laws in Florida, like a lot of them. So you want to focus on that. It's like 35% of the test or something is the laws. In Florida, if you can get the laws and then the types of life insurance and then the laws, types of life insurance, and the riders, then you're in pretty good shape for like everything that you need. Like that's like most of the test. So if you can focus on those, then you'll be great. So in the chat here, you guys are gonna see vocab lists, practice exams. Now let me pull up my messages with vocab lists, practice exams, and then here's the full course. It includes everything and like a lot more. It's 97. So there, just so you guys have that if anybody wants access to it. There you go. So the first one's the vocab, second one's practice exams, third one's the full course. So all vocabulary too is optimized for our 4th to 5th grade reading level. So the goal is to help you guys learn this stuff without like reading like it's someone who like is a financial services expert. Life and health. Okay. Trying to go through these. How much is the course? Okay. So Chris asked, how much is my course? So my course is 97. It's like probably the highest quality course it's the best course, guaranteed best course out there. And it's cheaper than the list price for like pretty much all of them. So the full course, 97. The practice exams are 37. You get 5 or 6, depending on your state. And the vocab lists are 37 too. So you can get those separate. If you get the full course for 97, it has the vocab lists and the practice exams and state specific material and cliff notes and slideshow presentations and way more. Where's my Chihuahua? Bobby! Oh, there he is. And tons of videos and a huge study guide as well, flashcards, and live sessions, which we're having this Saturday. That's included in the 97. So you get a live session too, 8 hours on a Saturday. And if you don't show up, then you get it emailed to you. So it's like kind of a no-brainer if you want to pass. Because this is the thing, guys. Like I've made so much money selling insurance. Like I make over $1 million a year because of my insurance license. So it's like if I didn't get that license, like, oh my God, that's the most important certification I've ever got in my life. More important than college, more important than high school. Like, you know, if I didn't need my social security card to get my license, I'd probably say that that's more important than my license. Got it from my videos, good stuff. Can you give me an exam idea? Okay, someone said, how do I get your material for Iowa? So Crystal, so guys, what happens is when you buy the exams or the course, when you purchase you're going to pay, and then the next page you put in the state that you want to be enrolled in, and then it just uploads everything for that state. You're enrolled right away in the material for that state. So it's state specific. So it's like you pay, and then the next page you pick your state, and then you get added to the state right there. Some exam idea for Illinois life exam. Focus on the types of policies. Focus on the rider's options and provisions. Focus on the laws. Yeah, it should really focus. That's like 70% of the test, right? So you get that stuff down in most states. That's it. I don't know if you're doing. Oh yeah, life. So yeah, that's that. And then two, you guys also keep in mind it's randomized, right? So you're gonna get from a random group of questions. Some of you might go in. There might be a ton of questions on annuities, and like maybe that's not on the outline. That there's a ton of questions on annuities, so it's random. So you really got to make sure that you're pretty well rounded. And I think the biggest thing, this is the biggest thing, is learning how to study. Because if you don't know how to study, it's going to be like impossible to pass this test. So you have to know how to study. You might see people online who say, I studied for 2 days and passed, or, I studied for, I studied for half a second and I passed. Like, I don't want you to think that if you can't do it, then I don't want you to think that if you fail, that you suck. You don't. It's okay. You can fail. Okay, guys, failure is important. You have to fail. Failure prepares you to take on the things in your life that are going to make you successful. Okay, Joseph in the Bible, I'm not trying to make it religious, but like Joseph, I think it was Joseph, right? Went through like sold into slavery, put in like a pit to die, sold into slavery, accused of rape, and then ended up in the palace. As like running the palace or something like that. So him going through all that crazy stuff had him prepared for the palace, right? So guys, this isn't supposed to be easy. Like you don't want this to be easy. I'm telling you, insurance is hard. You need a challenge. Like this needs to be a challenge. It's not, I don't think it's impressive if it's impressive if someone studies for a day or two and then passes. But it's like you're going to run into so much resistance. I've met so many successful insurance agents that failed 4, 5, 6, 7 times. And that doesn't have to be you. I want everybody to pass on their first time or their next time. But all I'm saying is, like, is it a lot? Yeah. Is it overwhelming? Yeah. But it is nothing compared to the amount of challenge that you're going to experience when you start selling. Once you get in the field selling insurance, it's a whole different ballgame. You think this test is hard? Why do you think 93% of people quit insurance their first year? The test is easy compared to most businesses. All you got to do is get this stupid little license, and then you have a business in insurance, right? That's pretty easy. If I was like, hey, I want to open up a pizza place, how much? Hey, Leia, Bobby, how much do you need to open a pizza place? My little minions running around. You need a lot. You need a lease. You need good credit. You need like 150 to 100 grand for the ovens, the material, everything else. Any other business is going to cost you a lot. Insurance is the one thing but you know who wins? The hustlers, the people who practice, who don't quit. That's why I love when someone comes to work with me and they're like, oh, I failed my test 4 or 5 times. And they're like down on themselves about it. I'm like, man, that's a badge of honor, dude. You didn't quit. You didn't give up. Because you're going to get beat down when you start this. Your first year is going to be hard. I'm telling you. You're going to be like, if you want to be successful, be ready to work 50, 60, 70 hours a week. Like every week. Like no friends time, none of that for like a while, but it's worth it. It's what I did, and I'm telling you, it's so worth it. You can provide so much opportunity to other people. So, like, if you fail, you're not a failure. Don't internalize it. And challenges are important. You need to be challenged to grow. Like, you need to, because it makes you strong for the journey. Because you have to be. Life's about the journey, not the destination. I don't care what anybody says. Our destinations are all the same. We die, right? So, I'm telling you guys, push, push. You can do it. Study guide for the laws in Florida. Yeah. It's in the, if you buy the practice exams, it's in there, or the full course, it's in there. On chapter 4, part 1, quiz part 1, I came across a question. The answers say option A, option B. Okay, send me an email, Alexis. Here. Send me an email right there and just put a screenshot and just put many details as you can, chapter, all that stuff. Just send it to that email right there. After the test, it's state specific. So Crystal Bailey says, what do we have to do after the test? So, hey, you guys eating something? After the test, you have to, depending on your state, but it usually has something to do with like, you should parking at, getting your fingerprints done for a background check, and or applying for the license, and or passing the test. So test, application, background check in some order like that. There's a company that we use if anybody needs it. Here. So this company is really good for it. They have everything state specific. It's only $9 for their service. They got like 30 something 5-star reviews on Google. Easy license assist. So easy. If any of you guys finish and you're not sure exactly what the next steps are, click that website. It's only $9. And I'm telling you, it's so worth it once you finish your course to get all the steps laid out in the exact order that you should take them. That you should go through them, because every state's different. And like if you do stuff in the wrong order, it can delay your licensing. You can pay for the wrong thing, and it could cost you a lot of money. So it's a good service to use. And they'll tell you exactly what it is for your state. The person to reach out and tell you what it is. There's a lot of the guides in those courses are like outdated. So, like, types of life insurance, I'll get into that real quick. So term life is temporary coverage, typically for loans, cover loan balances, or income replacement. It's popular for too. So like husband and wife, married, each of them has an income. One dies, the others needs money, right? So, and the time replacement too of that person. So that's term is used a lot for that. And also to cover a debt, like, hey, I'm going to be paying off this loan for 30 years. Let me get a term policy so that I can use it to cover that. And decreasing term is used for that a lot. Whole life insurance. Also term, the premiums are level through the whole term. You have whole life, which is permanent coverage, which has cash value. Cash value, it could be participating or non-participating in dividends. So dividends will help the cash value grow. There's dividend options. You can use the dividends from many different things. That's a participating policy through mutual insurance companies. Non-participating are through stock companies. Whole life premiums are permanent, or premiums never change. And like a cash value accumulates over time. And typically it endows or matures at age 100. So they either die and get the benefit, or they live to age 100 and they get the benefit then too. When the cash value reaches the death benefit, which is age 100. So the cash value will grow. Death benefits this, cash value is grown, age 100, boop, they're the same. You got to check for it. The types of insurance is so much to cover. I can't do it in a quick live session. But I have a ton of stuff on my videos. Like my videos dive into that pretty deep. So, yeah. What's the best method to study? Get the vocab words down. Lay up. Hey, come on. You want to get the vocabulary words down. It's a big vocab test. I know some people might say that's not. That's what it is. It's a vocab test. So, the only reason that you would get discouraged with or give up any subject ever or get bored with it is because you don't understand the words. It's like a fact. So if you struggle in a subject, you usually there's undefined words, so misunderstood words, so which means words that are not defined in that subject area. If you know the definition of every vocabulary list that or every vocabulary word that's going to be on that exam, you will pass your exam. It's impossible not to know every definition. Now, that goes to some of your state laws too, right? What's the definition of like that certain law or a certain thing in your state or something like that? Okay. So yeah. Oh, my bad. Okay. Um, can't send me an email. Okay, let me put it again. jve@thejve.com. What's it saying? Let me try to email myself. jve@thejve.com. Hello. Hey, be nice. Oh, I just emailed myself. It came through. So I don't know. Not sure why, my friend. Anna, good stuff. I see you got the vocab words. If you have any questions about it too, as you're going through it, just email me for sure. Um, and also too, taking the take you really want to get the vocab words down, and then don't do long study sessions. Do what feels good for you. Okay. Chris, so if you're studying and you get tired or you feel like you're like fading, go back through the material like several pages and then go through it again and find words that you can't define. So the trick, if you go through and you find words that you don't know the definitions of, most likely that is why you are feeling that exhaustion and that like pressure. It's like a phenomenon, like a physical phenomenon, right? So that's super important to get that um, to go through. And then the practice exams. So you guys want to take whatever practice exams you're using. You can buy mine. You can use the ones in your course. Mine are way better, but you can do whichever. And you can do here. I'll put these in here. Um, so here once again, guys. Here's the vocab list and then practice exam layup. And then if you want to take the full course, it's got everything in there. But you want so really like vocab and practice exams are a huge part of it. If you can take practice exams a ton of times and just get it down till you do well on it, then it's good. And then a lot of courses have this. My exams have this where every question has a little piece of information that explains why it's right or wrong. So you can, it's like there's 1,000 questions in my in my practice exam or more. So there's like 1,000 study tips as you're going through it, right? So every question is a little study tip. And I match the style of questions on the exam. That's really important because every state's going to ask the questions a little different, right? And I know what they are. Like I have access to that stuff as a pre-licensed provider approved in the state in all the states. So like the styles are different. So that's why it's super important to make sure you go through the exams a ton of time and either be familiar enough with the vocabulary, with the course you're using now or the material you're using now in my videos and stuff to be like, okay, regardless of how they ask the question, I'll be okay. But for instance, like they'll say like, all of the following are characteristics of whole life policies except this. And another one would say, a different exam might say, which of the following is a characteristic of a whole life policy? So, right, it's just that style that's unique. It'd be nice if the course provides those practicing, but it's just flashcards. I don't know which. Oh, Excel. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So in the full course, Crystal, there's all the law information for each state in the full course, and in the practice exams too. Actually, because the practice exams are state specific, so any of the questions that are about the state laws are going to have those little study tips in there. And I went through. So when I made each practice exam for the state, like I went through all the things they test on, and I created a question for each question style for each topic on the exam in the outline that they have. So uh, that's all study stuff. So there is state specific stuff on the practice things too to study, but the full course will have it's like the full in-depth material. Um, Alexis, just shoot me an email about it. Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. It's complicated with YouTube and hiring people, because if I am partnered with an agency who uses my material, because I'm a provider like Excel, ExamFX, all those people, right? So if I have a friend of mine who's using my course to get their agents through, and then they find me on YouTube, I'm not going to hire that person's agent. You know what I mean? And I can personally test everybody I work with. If there's one of those people, they're really good. So usually the mentor, like most of the people who are going to hire you are pretty good. But you can shoot me an email and we can talk about it from there. I am bringing on a few agents, so you guys could email me if you're interested in checking out the opportunity I have here. I don't hire everybody, and it depends who you're already working with now and stuff like that. So, I've never taken anybody from any of my friends. It costs a lot of money and time and energy to recruit somebody, and I know that. So, um, Chris, can you just send me a text? I have like 150 insurance agents and like 8 full-time employees. And so here, just shoot me a text when you finish, okay? And then I can send you a video. It's my number in the chat right there. Shoot me a text when you finish. Also, I can send you a video on it, and then we'll go from there. All I'm saying, definitely want to talk. I'm definitely want to talking. I'm not. I wouldn't be able to like just drop everything I'm doing and but yeah, cool. Let's talk right now. Most likely, if I have time, I will. It depends on the time of day and the day and stuff. But I'm pretty busy with all this course development stuff because I'm building continuing education courses too. So that's a lot. It's a lot of time. Cool. I mean, you guys are awesome. I want everybody here to pass. You guys can 100% pass this test. Like, and if you have any questions about the opportunity, just drop it. Like, drop it in there. I mean, I've sold insurance at a high level. I'm pretty well rounded with this stuff. So, once you get started, right? So this to pass, do my videos, take practice exams, study vocabulary lists, and then use all the material, right? And just study heavy up until that test day. And if you fail, it's okay. Look at what you didn't score highly on, and then study that for the next time. I mean, you'll pass. Just because you don't pass the first time doesn't mean like this isn't for you. Like newsflash, like a lot of people don't pass their first time. It's okay. And then once you do pass, just get ready to like really, really sacrifice for like a year, some time. I was at a conference over the weekend. I met some guy. He makes like 100. He just started, and he makes like $100,000 a month. He just started, literally crazy. Like you can do stuff like that. Now that's not my story. My story was I took so much time trying to figure it out on my own instead of just doing what other people recommended for me to do. I was stubborn. So 30 days, Crystal. But if it expires, just let me know. I can extend it for you. It's okay. Pennsylvania, Junior. So, I mean, you probably need some sort of pre-licensed education course if you don't have one. Okay. You got to take practice exams. You got to study the vocab words, and then also look at your exam content outline. So you're going to want to check that out, Junior. Google life insurance pre-licensing or Pennsylvania life insurance pre-license exam content outline. So Pennsylvania life insurance pre-license exam content outline, and then you'll find that your state's actual outline. Yeah, I do, Oliver. I do. I'm going to put it in here again for you guys. So I have practice exams I have practice exams for every state for life and health. So every state for life and health, I have practice exams, vocab list there, and then the practice exams are below it. It's a second link. It's not. The heck. I don't know why it's. Let me see if that worked. Nope, it's not doing it either. It's fucking annoying. Excuse me. Okay. There we go. Whatever. Just one. It doesn't want to let me live, but it's in the comments, so just copy that. Yeah, I do life and health, and life and health in that state. So, cool. Anybody else have any questions? I'm getting destroyed by these mosquitoes out here right now. I live in Puerto Rico and it's rainy season, so these bugs are not friendly. I was actually on my way home from that conference in Texas. Super cool. Went to a huge insurance conference. It's another thing, guys. Once you get going, network with people. Pay to be in the room, to be around people. Why don't you guys take a guess how much it cost me to the mastery exam? I don't know. It's just a name I came up with. Insurance exam mastery, you mean, Regina? That's my full course. So that's the course that includes extra tons of videos, over 120 videos, all the practice exams, all the vocab lists, all the flashcards, all the cliff notes, all the quizzes for each module, all the slideshow presentations, live sessions every Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30, and you get a recorded copy. That's like the full Monty right there. You get everything. But you guys, once you get going to pay to be in the room, right? I paid $4,000 to be at this conference last weekend, and I took information away that's going to make me way more than that a month, like monthly, just from what I learned there. Right. So you might think like, oh, you got to pay. Leia, hey, see Emil. But you want to invest in that stuff. So definitely, like, guys, if you get those opportunities, go to events, go to networking, meet people, learn from people who are already doing well, and just copy what they do. That's it. I know this is a big undertaking. When I started, I had no idea what I was doing. No idea what I was doing. Kristen, third attempt tomorrow morning, Missouri. Any suggestions? I haven't seen your report card, so I wouldn't know. If you want to email me, copy of your report card. Well, do this. It's a little late, right? Tomorrow morning. So email me a copy of your report card if you don't pass tomorrow. Okay. Perfect, Regina. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a different version of the exam, Regina. So or it's a different exam. It's like a final exam. So yeah. It's 8:30 East, 9:30 Eastern, sorry, 8:30 Central. I have it based on Illinois because that's where our webinar is structured for the time zone on. It's just a compliance thing, but I don't cover like Illinois specific stuff. It's like it's everybody can learn. So just access the Idaho practice exam. Yeah, Oliver. So I put the link in there. So the link right here. So just read the stuff. You'll see if you scroll up, but it's right there in the comments. Right there, insuranceexamhelp.com/upsell for $37 practice exam. So right there, you can, if you pay, you just buy it right there, $37. It's like super cheap, guys. It's like cheaper than McDonald's. Meal at McDonald's now, or like taking your family to McDonald's is like $50. So there, and then once you buy, Oliver, you're gonna pay, and then the next page you fill out a form, and on the bottom you're gonna pick your state. You put Idaho, and boom, you'll be right in there. You can access them right away and get rocking on them. And there's a ton of good study guide tips on there too. Like as you're going and you answer the questions, it'll tell you like why they're right or wrong. My email, maybe you guys aren't seeing the comments. I don't know. Are you guys not seeing my comments? It's like, Kristen, I put my email like above there. So if you're not, it's okay. I just want to know. Are you guys, can you guys see my comments? Puedes ver mis comentarios. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Good stuff. All right. Thank you guys. Good stuff. Yep. Um, yeah. No, good luck, everybody. You can get this. Let's keep in touch. Once you get licensed, I don't want this to just be like, oh yeah, I passed my exam. I don't gotta talk to Justin anymore. I have another YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/@final expense. At final expense. It teaches how to sell a certain type of life insurance. But let's keep in touch. Like if you have any questions about the career, I can help you guys grow too. And also I offer affiliate for this course. So once you go, a lot of you guys are going to be pushed to recruit layups. So whoever hired you, they're going to want you to recruit people. Most of you on here, they're going to want you to recruit. That's just how you make. If you want to make $1 million selling insurance, you better start recruiting people. So if you use my course, then I'll pay you for your enrollments. So say you hire an agent and they have to take a course, right, to get licensed. They buy the course, they buy my course. I do revenue sharing. So I split some of the revenue with you. So you can make money on that agent before they even start. Okay. Instead of giving them some other course, give them mine, and then I'll share the money with you. And also, if you connect me with your agency owner and that man or woman signing up 100 people a month, imagine if you made $5 off each one. That's an extra $500 a month. Imagine if they were signing up a ton of people, you made more than that. I don't know. Right? Imagine they're doing 200 people a month and you get $5 off each one. That's $1,000 a month for like ever, that you never have to do anything for again, just an introduction. So if anybody's interested in the affiliate stuff too, you can email me. But hopefully I want to help you guys grow. I've been doing this a while. I've hired a lot of agents. I've trained thousands of insurance agents to sell at a high level. I've helped thousands of people get their exam. Like, I want to be a good resource for you. Okay. Sure, just in the state you are from, but if you move, then you have to retake it. Uh, so once you get licensed, do I need to be licensed in every state to sell life insurance products? So, okay, yeah. So you get licensed in your home state, and then you can buy licenses in other states. Okay. So you get licensed in your home state, and then you buy licenses in other states. It's reciprocal. Once you're licensed in, so I'm in Puerto Rico. Once I have my Puerto Rico license, I can go apply for a license in Florida, Texas, South Carolina, New Mexico, New York, Alaska, Hawaii. It doesn't matter. They're reciprocal. Okay. You just got to pay the fee. That's all. I recommend you guys start home at, in your home state, face to face. I sell over the phone. Leia, hey, stop drinking the freaking puddle, dude. It's gross. Oh, she's gonna kiss me. My dog. I recommend face to face and over the phone, but I did go to your website, but I wasn't sure if we had to pay first. If I was missing a section to buy, I don't know. So you have to pay, and then you enroll in the exam. So you pay, and then the next page is you enroll. So pay. So that page, go through. It says, fill out the form, pay. Rosen, if you're watching this, we may need to. I guess it's confusing. So let's make it more clear. Hey, pay, and then the next page you enroll in um in the form. Say, hey, all you have to do is pay here, and then the next, next thing. Yeah, Yasmin, you can always extend it. I have some extension stuff. Yeah, so Oliver, all you got to do is do that. If you have any issues, man, just email me if you can't figure it out. But you just pay, and then the next page is a form you fill out. Super simple. It's just like name, address, phone number, email, and then you pick the state, and then you write in. I pay for course and finish in time. Yeah, you can always extend. I have extensions on it too. It's fine. But awesome. So guys, I'm gonna leave you with this. You want to pass your insurance exam on the first time and the next time? Study vocab words. Okay. Take practice know the vocabulary words. Take the practice exams, like until you're blue in the face, until you like crush them. Do it. Until you do really well on them. Watch a ton of videos. Okay. That's like the 3 keys there. And then look at your state's outline to make sure you understand what they're testing pretty heavily on. But I appreciate everybody for being on here tonight. Y'all are awesome. And let's keep in touch even after you get licensed, because I know everybody here is going to be successful. And I believe in you, even if we don't know each other. I believe in you, because if I can do it, you can too. Bye, guys.